Ready to go now at 112 pounds. We have Dave Foley of Freedom High in Bethlehem and Mike Norton of North Allegheny.
I don't think you're going to have a scoreless first period with these two hombres. Tex. North Allegheny wrestler moves in quickly, does Norton, and scores.
Dave Foley in the gold and black. Dave Foley in the white wrestling uniform. He's red. Mike Norton in the gold and black from North Allegheny. Foley from Bethlehem Freedom, coached by Jake Llewellyn, is 30-4 on the season. He's a two-time state place winner. And he was the 1987 state champion back at 105 last year. Mike Norton, coached by Gus DiAugustino, 33-2, has won 107 times in his career, lost but 7, and is a two-time place winner from District 7. Here's Norton's takedown coming up.
You see Norton leaning on the arm, and he drives through, just a powerful drive into a single, wraps it into a double, and just keeps driving. That's just good finishing, good technique, and good coaching.
The Freedom wrestler in the white wrestling uniform, all white, Dave Foley. Mike Norton in the gold and black, trying to spin around.
See, he's holding the elbow. He's holding the elbow to try to turn him. Now he's going to try to... I thought he was going to try to turn him the other way. Pull on the elbow and then spin back in the other direction. That's what I thought would happen.
Bob Purdy is the official. Frank Volcano and Ed Romsberg, the mat judges. 2-1 lead for Mike Norton, North Allegheny.
Ed Romsberg is the father of Steve Romsberg, who placed in the States and is now assistant coach at Rider College, a former Central Bucks West wrestler. Ed himself, a former coach at Penridge High School, has advanced nicely in the officiating world. 2-1 into the first period, Shell.
Red, your choice. Top, bottom, neutral.
Gus DiAugustino and his coaching staff as we move into the second period. Norton out in front by 1.
Coach Llewellyn saying defer.
2-1, boys, 2-1, green your head. Set, don't move, go ahead, Red.
Foley is a junior, as is Norton. Norton from District 7, which are the counties that surround the city of Pittsburgh.
It's a kind of an autonomous district, the WPIAL, they call it, Western Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic League. District 7.
Back in the center, fellas, no change, you're still down, green.
District 11, of course, the districts in the Lehigh Valley area, Lehigh and Northampton County,
second period,
along with Berks, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Monroe counties.
It's kind of an interesting decision for Foley. He's down 2-1. He's got a wrestler here who I think he can handle as a mat wrestler. But if he just rides him out the whole period, he's still down 2-1. And he hasn't really established.
As we mentioned earlier, the reason for that, of course, is that those of you that follow college wrestling all during our coverage know that you do get a point for riding time, advantage time in college wrestling, but you get none in high school. It does not count at all. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, the periods different in high school wrestling. 3 2-minute periods wrestling rather than a 3, 2, and 2.
And we have a timeout to adjust the official's mic. That's the first of those through our day today.
Yeah, they've stayed on pretty well. Advantage position to David Foley. Trailing 2-1 with a minute and a half to go in the second period.
Foley
And
lost
he may
his
end up on the bottom of
concentration.
this. But the knees of Mike Norton, still in now, finally go out.
Well done, Shell.
Well, you work with you and Sheridan long enough, you can manage to know that much. We have refrained from saying over the edge they go, which we usually get in a half a dozen times in each broadcast.
The little loss of concentration by Dave Foley is all that cost him there.
He's in front 3-1, under a minute now in the second period. This is the championship AAA title on the line, 112 pounds.
Norton. The goal, working the head down of Foley. They're very near the edge and will go over the line.
Let me see it. Yeah, go on over there. Let me see it.
The official wanted to take a look at Norton, and Norton didn't want anything to do with it.
43 seconds left. Let me see it.
43 seconds to go. Good battle.
Yeah, this is a lot better battle than you might think.
Warning on Mike Norton.
Go back, Ernie.
They're working hard, Shell, at the, and this sets something up. He's got that little quarter Nelson in there, as Norton. Now he's worked it over the head. He's trying to get the leg and spin around, but Foley comes facing up with him, looking at him, eyeball to eyeball, so to speak, though his head is down.
13 seconds to go.
13, second period yet.
Coach Llewellyn yelling, one good shot, David, but that was not it. He was a little far out. Now he's boring in under those arms.
Time running out. Second period will conclude. A great battle here, a tough one. Mike Norton of North Allegheny leading Freedom High School's David Foley. Third and final period. Down position to the Freedom wrestler, so he can pick up a point if he gets out.
Foley wants to get the point or more quickly because Norton has been warned for stalling. So he wants to have as much time to take it to him as he can in order to perfect his way of going about getting this match under control. As the bottom man, Foley really working on tearing the hands loose, and Norton doing a good job going 2 over 1.
He's out.
Foley's
making
out.
it 3-2 now in favor of the North Allegheny wrestler, Mike Norton.
Double underhook, Shell.
You don't see this much on the lightweight.
Going to try to trip him.
Strictly a grunt battle, as Larry would say. You never know how that's going to go. Part of the great crowd, and I would say in excess of 6,000 jam-packed here at the Hershey Park Arena. Not many empty seats in the place for the PIAA AAA championships.
Norton has switched his style, Shell. He's now going upper body, more freestyle. And there goes Foley in on the leg for that single. He has to hold it in advancing his position. He's got to get that foot loose. See, Norton's doing an interesting thing. He's holding the ankle with the back of the foot to keep Foley from getting his balance under him so he can drive through. But Foley has his balance now. Now Foley is driving into Norton. This could be a big moment near the edge here. Foley has to turn. Norton. Foley trying to turn through to him. 50 seconds. Foley looking at the officials saying that head scissors, but it's a four-way set.
Right.
The scissors was legal, Shell. It was a figure 4 is what I was trying to get at.
Good call. Well, we have a momentary time with the 3-2 lead for Mike Norton. We'd like to remind you that today this telecast is being shown statewide on the Pennsylvania Public Television Network. And if you are watching on your monitor right now, we invite you to take a moment and write your local public television station in care of the program director and let them know you enjoy it. They'd love to hear from you, and we welcome all these stations.
Jack Kuvo with a win over the Minnesota wrestler, and Jim Martin with a win. And Santoro with a win. So there's 3 Pennsylvania wrestling products who have won national championships tonight at Iowa.
And they all wrestled right here in this place.
Absolutely. And you and Larry Sheridan described it.
I do recall.
There it is, Larry. You see the figure 4 on the head scissors, a defensive move by Norton. And there is Foley saying, what am I supposed to do? He's got the scissors on me. Well, you've got to pull that leg down, spin your hips through, and try to break the scissors and see what can happen here.
177, Royce Alger, Iowa, defeated Dan Mayo of Penn State by the score of 6-4. Those are the results we have thus far.
Well,
we also have a moment to acknowledge the fine people who have made our telecast of this tournament possible.
Chester High School and Carlisle High School play here at the Hershey Park Arena.
These are the people we would like to acknowledge, and we thank them all. And in particular, our appreciation to Tommy Muir, former Lehigh University fine wrestler, who for the 2nd straight year has served as tournament director here at the PIAAs. And we thank all of these gentlemen for providing the technical facilities and the help to make our program possible.
These guys, boy, Foley wants at him. Foley's like a biting sow out there. He wants at him, in hard, trying for that single. Now he's got a double, steps behind, traps the leg, wants to trip him. They're near the edge and they go off.
And did not get it. Just ran out of mat, as we say. 31 seconds to go. And bear in mind that Dave Foley, the defending champion at 105, looking for a title at 112, may get himself into a little bit of trouble here, but with 20 seconds to go.
Crowd wants it. Oh, there it is. It's close. He better score because there's not much time left. There it is. There's 2 for Foley, and he has Norton on his back. He's got him on his back, Shell. He can stay right there. Hold him right there. Keep his feet in. He's got back points. Yes. He has back points.
What a comeback by the Freedom wrestler, Dave Foley. Let's look at it again, Marvin.
You see him in there. He drives in. He has his hands behind. Now he kicks out that back leg. The step through was tremendous. He lifted. A great execution by Foley. He finished the move. His head was in tight to the ribs. Well done. Now all he's got to do is hold him.
5 seconds.
He can give him the 2 points. It isn't going to matter.
It'll be 6-5. As Mike Norton comes around, and according to Bill Keene, this is the first PIAA state champion that Freedom High School in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania has ever had. And Dave Foley brings it home at 112 pounds here in the PIAA AAA championships. Dave Foley, the winner for Bethlehem Freedom, their first title ever in the PIAAs. Mike Norton of North Allegheny, the runner-up.